There's never been a more important and pressing time to study ecological management and conservation biology. We're in a period of unprecedented global change with biodiversity crisis and the loss of 2/3 of all populations since 1970, a period of unprecedented global climate change, overexploitation of resources and increasing urbanization. And now is the time for those students who are interested in altering their trajectory to make a positive contribution to humanity and the future of the Earth. This is the time when they should be thinking about going into a subject such as ecological management and conservation biology.
It's a really good experience. It broadens your mind. I wanted to come on the course to learn about the damage we're doing to the environment.
We get out and about, get to actually see what working in conservation looks like in the real world rather than just hearing about it on a lecture screen.
I'm pretty much trying to increase my chances of employability in conservation or science.
In Indonesia, we've got a lot of environmental degradation. I really want to learn how to protect nature.
But what makes our course particularly unique is that it doesn't just focus on the academic background, the theory being taught in a classroom. All of our taught courses are paired with field trips each week to local mountains, to Lough Neagh, to the Irish Sea, perhaps to offshore islands, to demonstrate the practicalities of what we've been teaching in the class. We pair the academic lectures to the field courses. So, for example, we have an academic lecture on the ecology of wildfire, and then today we're here in the Mourne Mountains where we're looking at the management of wildfire risk in a fire-prone habitat.
Our major focus is really to show our best science so that the students can learn how natural ecosystems work and the lesson in terms of potential applications. How do we put in practice some of the things we now know from our science?
So we have two options for the course. Students can either choose to do a postgraduate diploma, a PG DIP, and that's a 9-month course that doesn't involve any final research project or master's thesis. However, you can choose to do a full MSc, a master's degree, and that involves a research component.
So it's really great for the students because they get to tap into the research that we already do. So they get to be a part of our research projects. Currently on the Masters, I have a student who is from Indonesia, and she's doing a project looking at the effects of climate change on coral reefs in Bali. In some ways, the opportunities for projects are almost endless.
This particular course is taught by a range of academics, all of whom have their own research expertises. It allows the students to have a real interaction with those doing the research so that they can again comprehend how research feeds into evidence and how that then feeds into policy.
So Queen's Marine Laboratory sits in Portaferry on the shores of Strangford Lough with easy access to the Irish Sea. We have a range of facilities, offices, laboratories, outdoor mesocosms, teaching labs. We have boating and diving facilities. You can go out and talk to people in industry, talk to people in the Environment Agency. We have good relationship with local Kilkeel fisheries and Whitby fisheries, Mount Stewart, Castle Ward. There's vast scope for students to get involved with that blend of academic work but also real practical application.
We also work quite closely with the Institute for Global Food Security, for example, looking at jellyfish swarms and finding early warning detectors based on the same kind of system that you use for testing food samples. Working on conservation biology is only limited by your imagination.
The lecturers are really great. I have talked to them and then they have a really high and good response.
It gives me a lot of networking opportunities and gives access to volunteering opportunities that I could use to meet other people and find other avenues to get a job.
I'd like to go into further research. If there was funding available for a PhD, I would be interested in doing that.
And there's a huge range of possibilities for job opportunities and employability after this kind of course. Most of our students will go out into business, industry, ecological consultancy, museums, zoological gardens, education, TV broadcastings, and so we're very focused on the practicalities, learning the nuts and bolts of conservation in the field.
This master is particularly important because it's really forming the next generation of the people who are supposed to solve or sort out these issues.
There's never a better time to come to Queen's, where we're so connected to the natural world, so it's the perfect place to come and study ecological management and conservation biology.